At this point in the lunch tour, we want to take some time to talk about campus ministry. And what is it? What should we be doing? How should we be thinking? How should we be praying? How should we be interacting with our students as they are on their campuses trying to represent God and be salt and light and so on? And three things we want to consider. One is we are called to be disciple makers of our students. The second thing I want us to consider is in the last 5 or 7 or maybe even 10 years, campus ministry is really on a bit of an upswing. And if we're to be honest, the whole Alpha movement deserves a lot of credit for that intentional way of interacting with students right on their campuses. And then the third thing that I want us to consider is that this whole idea of helping students be effective on campuses is not a new idea. We've been doing this for years. I remember in grade 9 going to Osgood Township High School, home of the Osgood Township High School Panthers, and being forced to go to the Christian club in grade 9 and hating it. But by the time I got to grade 11 and I got more serious in my faith, I was a lot more excited to be a part of it and then try to make an impact on my campus. And that's what we're talking about here today. Romans chapter 10 reminds us that everyone who calls upon the name of the Lord will be saved. How then will they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how are they to believe of whom they have never heard? And how are they to hear without someone preaching? In other words, we understand that if you call upon the name of the Lord, you will be saved. So we understand that we are to be participants in this great commission. We are to be sharing the good news. And the opportunity we have, as we're told in Ephesians, is to be disciple makers, is to be equippers of the saints, is to be people that train our students so that they can be not just participants in the Great Commission on their campus for their high school years, but be lifelong disciples of Christ, sharing that good news. And so as we go to a brief discussion on this, I want you to consider a couple of questions, and they'll pop up on the screen. What does your campus presence currently look like in your ministry setting? What would you like it to look like? And how is it going for you in that setting? So discuss some of those questions, and we'll get back together in a few minutes.